Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to read a section of the CAA Safety Sense Leaflet number 3, Winter Flying. The leaflet has been reproduced here in video format with the kind permission of the CAA. To download a copy of this or any other in the series to print off or store on your device, please visit www.caa.co.uk/safety-sense. Introduction. The purpose of this video is to advise pilots and operators of aeroplanes, helicopters and microlights of some of the problems they may encounter while flying in winter. Landing. A. If on arrival you descend with an iced up aeroplane and windshield and cannot see, use the DV window. However, it is better to hold off if you can while ice melts than to try to land with restricted visibility. B. Most icing accidents occur when the pilot loses control during approach or landing. Even a thin coat of ice on the aircraft justifies a 20% increase in approach speed. It will extend the landing run, perhaps on a slippery runway. The handling may be different. Don't make large or abrupt changes in power or flap settings. C. If you suspect, because of the changed stick forces or vibration, that there is ice on the tailplane, a flapless or partial flap landing may be advisable. The handbook or manual gives flapless approach speeds. This reduces the tailplane load and the likelihood of tailplane stall, which can result in a very severe pitch down. Recovery is by reducing the flap angle and by pulling hard. Over 50 kilos may be necessary. D. Another unpleasant surprise due to tailplane ice could be when the aircraft is being flown on autopilot, which has been slowly and silently retrimming nose up and reaches the limit. When the flaps are lowered, the autopilot could disconnect and it may require 4 strong arms to recover. Again, go for the flap selector. E. When landing on a very wet or icy runway, particularly in a crosswind, the aircraft may aquaplane or slide, and directional control can be lost. In such circumstances, an alternate runway or diversion is necessary. Aircraft with cast-ring nose wheels may be more vulnerable. F. Remember that ground temperatures fall quickly during the late afternoon on an exposed airfield, and by dusk, ice may be forming on any wet runways. The ice may form as a clear sheet which is invisible and has a coefficient of friction of 0. Helicopter pilots should be aware of whiteout due to blowing snow when hovering. See Safety Sense Leaflet number 17, Helicopter Airmanship. After flight. A. Take care when getting out of the aircraft. Jumping from the aircraft walkway onto an icy apron could lead to a painful tumble. B. If parked outside, use control locks and proper tie-downs to guard against winter gales. Face into the prevailing or forecast wind. Put proper pitot and static covers on. Make sure the pitot has cooled down. C. If it is muddy or slushy, inspect wheel fairings, landing gear bays, flaps and tailplane for loose mud or slush. These are easier to remove when soft than when frozen. D. Notify air traffic services if the actual weather was different or worse than forecasted. It might be important for other pilots to know. Summary. Stay out of icing conditions for which the aircraft has not been cleared. Note freezing level in the aviation weather forecast. Don't go unless the aircraft is equipped for the conditions. Have warm clothing available for pre-flight and in case of heater failure or forced landing. Mud, snow and slush will lengthen takeoff and landing runs, so work out your distances. Remove all frost, ice and snow from the aircraft. There is no such thing as a little ice. Check carefully that all essential electrical services, especially pitot heat, are working properly. Check that the heater and demister are effective. Watch out for any signs of carbon monoxide poisoning. Be extra vigilant for carb ice. If ice does start to form, act promptly. Get out of the conditions by descending, beware of high ground, climbing or diverting. If you encounter ice, tell ATC so that others can be warned. During the approach, if you suspect tailplane ice or suffer a severe pitch down, retract the flaps. If you have to land with an iced-up aeroplane, add at least 20% to the approach speed. Snow-covered, icy or muddy runways will make the landing run much longer and crosswinds harder to handle. There is no such thing as a little ice. That's the end of this section of the CAA Safety Sense Leaflet number 3, Winter Flying. If you have any additional tips or experiences you would like to pass on, then please post a comment below. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified of the next video in this series. Please share this video within the general aviation community so that pilots and student pilots can benefit from the advice.